formidable.
Yeah, me too. I'll believe that when I see it.
Wyvern.
But like that's what I mean. Like I feel like
Redeem here.
like there needs to be like a standard for that. Because I feel like some games you just get in and it's like, oh, here, you just paid $80 for this game. Done in 8 hours. It was the same thing happened to me with, I think it was Force Unleashed 1 or 2, I can't remember. Paid fucking full price for the game, I was done the game in like 5 hours, so I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I said like even half an hour per dollar would be good. Like if you're paying $80 for a game, I think 40 hours isn't too much to ask.
And is used.
This game is too gray for my liking. Way too gray and drab.
They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike.
But gray and brown is like makes things real.
Perfection. It does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only.
That stroke only. Why is he so very adamant on the strokings?
Sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Alice Madness Returns? I have not.
Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather.
Yeah, like that's I would think so too, Reborn. Like 40 to 50 hours is like a good sweet spot.
Then 10,000 more.
I hated the brown era of gaming too, where just like brown makes it more realistic, more dirt. Everything needs more dirt. Just throw the dirt on it. Now it's real.
And that is the key.
That's what I mean. Like, I love myself a long game. Like, I love getting like hours into there. But like, if I think 40 to 50 hours is like
hardly equal to service.
a good like medium right there. Like, if you're selling me an $80, $90 game and I'm getting 40 to 50 hours out of it,
Far rarer.
I'm especially if it's just like a single player game, then I'm set. Like that's a good standpoint.
Thank you.
For me, who loves like a good long game, then if you're getting me fucking like 80 hours out of an $80 game, then I'm crazy happy about that.
I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collective.
I hope Final Fantasy VII is more colorful.
I am one step
Have you played the remakes yet? Yes, have you played like Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth?
There are many other collectors out there.
Depending on where you're at, they are very colorful. Especially the gold saucer.
Consider my nemesis, Lord Byron Rosfield. Perennial thorn
Played the remake?
at my side.
I find they're not too bad for color.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
One of your favorite games? I like it. Definitely not one of my favorites, but it's definitely very good, especially for taking something from like the PlayStation 1 and fucking modernizing it.
Thank you again for your assistance.
Me being me, I still miss my turn-based combat.
Coming, my lordship.
But, you know,
Be right there.
it's during that era where everything's got to be action. Being too colorful.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. No.
Is the oh okay yeah like I know the game genre like American McGee's Alice, but I've never played them. And Gray is because man, Gray is boring. Look at it. I don't think I have any more quests here. I think it's just that one more quest up this way. Yes, it is. To Martha's Rest we go. Oh, there's 2 fucking quests here. That one's really far away. Yeah, no, you're right, because, like, you look in here and, like, it's just graystone buildings. Fog everywhere. Plus, I'm wearing a giant, like, my outfit is just all black. I own and only played Madness Returns. Oh, okay. The story for fucking,
We weren't expecting you.
the Alice series is fucking
expecting to be
crazy.
But it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts.
Yes.
And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take...
But no, I feel like the video game industry is definitely definitely gone downhill with what they've been putting out in terms of like money to product.
It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the differences in
The crystal destruction is very pretty in this. You are correct.
I charged that much.
They have grass in the forest.
Borrow from me again.
What?
Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto.
Otto sent me.
Much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
He is.
Something like that. Most days.
As well, poor optimization. You're not wrong.
Same as always, eh?
But I feel like that's
When the place is
I feel like that's a
nothing
combination of
but
shareholders and fucking fans trying to get them to push things out too fast.
to.
Oh yeah, especially on
He knew that
PC.
without his strong arm and level
Sapphire
head,
blue and
the
midnight
idea
purple
would
are your
never get
favorite
off
colors.
the
I
ground.
love a good
Sid
fucking
may have
dark
been the
purple
face
and
of
like a
the
good like
hideaway.
darker red.
Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid
Yeah, no, like
passed away, I
they're
was worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
nowadays only people with gaming PCs can play the new shit.
But it must have hit Otto hard.
That's what I mean. Like they're trying. I feel like they're trying
Did he?
to like the shareholders and the fans are like pressuring them
If
too
I
much
recall, he
into
was the one
pushing
who
things out
nominated
too
you as Sid's
fast.
replacement and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he
Every
saw in
PC to its
Sid,
knees.
he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome neither. That.
Well, she's
and
flirting
you
with me,
keep
guys.
good company.
Well, like that's what I mean. Like the shareholders are like, no, we need to make money. Put it out now. And the fans are like, what's taking you so long? And then when they put, no, all four colors are there. The black, the red, blue, and the midnight purple. I got all of them. They all be there. Yeah, then everyone's pissed when the game comes out and it doesn't fucking work. And it's like, well, stop telling them to fucking push it out. Like, don't get me wrong. We all want the fucking games, and we all want them to get released as soon as possible. But like when they don't work properly, it sadly ain't no color here. What about this green? Look at this grass. Time taken does not equal quality. You are correct. You are 100% correct. There's been some games that have been put out that are fucking gigantic, like, time sucks, and they ended up being fucking terrible. Like, look at Duke Nukem Forever. That game was only in production for, like, what, 40 years? I know that's an exaggeration, but still. Like, I was a huge Duke Nukem fan. And then that game came out, and it's like, what? What in the hot garbage is this? Oh, the Reborn makes a good point there, their guest. There's color in the health bars. Look at that. Look at the green and the fiery reds. Oh, I'm almost at another level. Yeah, no, so like that's definitely like a very valid point though. It's like just because they put like years and years into a game does not make it good. Small colors around gray depression sludge. But like one of the things I find that they're trying to do too much is make the games look pretty.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Giant antelope. But I feel like that's one of the things that's costing them so much fucking time. Is like, don't get me wrong, like I love seeing how pretty these games are, but like where they're wasting so much time on how beautiful a game looks, and then they're like it's not optimizing properly, things are crashing, things aren't working properly, glitches are happening all the time, the writing is suffering. Taking a little bit more time because I didn't hit level 50 before I beat this, only got to 49. But like that's what I mean, it's like one of those things where like it goes back to like them trying to push the game out too fast. They're like, okay, let's worry about the graphics, let's make this look pretty, because then people will see it and be like, oh, they'll forget like things are broken for a second. It would take you at least 5 years for a brand new AAA game. You're not wrong. That's why I miss, like, back in the old days when graphics didn't really matter. Like, when you got, like, a little tiny bump in graphics quality, you were like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing. But then the game still came out, and the game was great. because like they weren't like they like, don't get me wrong, they put that little bump in graphics, but like they didn't take fucking forever for the game because they were putting more effort into like the mechanics of it. Oh yeah, the fucking Uncharted was great. I platinumed the first 3 games. Oh, look at that bone.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
I would 100% sacrifice graphics for a good game.
You're just a big puppy, aren't you?
Oh, exactly. Well, think about I'm trying to. I gotta look at the release dates for this. Just give me 1 second.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Yeah, versus now 3-game series is years apart. List of Final Fantasy video games. Just give me a second there. Yeah, so Final Fantasy 1 was 1987. Final Fantasy 2 was 1988. Final Fantasy 3 was 1990. Final Fantasy 4 was 91. 5 was 92. 6 was 94. 7 was 97, so that was a little bit more of a jump. 8 was 99. 10 was 2000. 9 was 2000. 10 was 2001. 2002 was 11. 13 was 2006. 12 was 2006. 13 was 2009. 14 was 10. 15 was 13. Oh no, Realm Reborn was 13, sorry. 15 was 2016, and 16 was 2023. I feel like Final Fantasy only became popular from 7 onwards. It became popular once 7 came out. Because it's... Yeah, right? Between 15 and 16 was 8 fucking years. But that's what I mean, like, look at that, like, it was between a 1 to 2 year jump between each Final Fantasy up until, like, the last 2. But, like, I remember when games used to be like... Pet the doggo? I shall pet the doggo. Come here. But that's what I mean, and most likely from 16 to 17 the same time frame, yeah. But, like, that's what I mean, like, I remember back in the day when, like, there was a series that you used to love, it came out almost every year. Well, that's the thing, though, they redid 13 really fucking quick. I got rid of the page now, but it only took, like, a year or 2 for them to fucking revamp 14, and, like, now it's, like, one of the best MMOs out there. Okay. Where am I going? Am I going back now? I think I'm going back. I think I got all the green spots. I did. Yeah, 13 was a trilogy. I don't know how long it took them to put out those, because it was just the mainline games that it had on the list. No, 13 is a trilogy. There's 13, 13-2, and then 13 Lightning Returns. But they also... This was 15 was technically Versus 13, so there's a bunch of stuff. That's probably why that one took a little bit longer.
Good. Still alive, I see.
Yeah, Type 0 and Versus 13, which never had... Well, Versus 13 turned into 15.
About that.
Yeah, it became a great success, and then a bunch of DLCs. But, like, that's what I miss about, like, the older gaming and when graphics weren't as important, is they would pump out, like, really good games year after year. And now it's, like, 5 to 7 years between, like, games being released.
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Star Ruby. Let's go finish all these fucking quests. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, they don't put that, except for COD, which somehow releases yearly. Yeah, but, like, the new CODs are literally just, like, skins now. It's just like a skin patch.
Lady Karen.
But, like, there's not really much they can change for Call of Duty, which is why it comes out, like, fairly quickly. Like, they'll add a new mechanic here or there, or they just build new stages, and that's, like, the gist of it. Like, they're not trying to build, like, a whole brand new thing for the most part.
And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Oh no, like the COD games are a lot of fun. Final Fantasy 13 was 2009, 11, and 13. Yeah. So even in between making other Final Fantasies, they're like still 2 years apart.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Yeah, no, like I have fun playing like multiplayer and fucking battle royals and stuff like that. Yeah, and then 10 was 2001, 10-2 was 2003. But like that's what I miss about like RPGs and stuff like that is like it was a very small jump in between when the next game was released.
Meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself.
At least how it should have happened. Yeah, you're not wrong. Versus 13 looked like it was going to be fucking crazy.
Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty.
Apparently, there's supposed to be an homage to
You wouldn't mind, would you?
Versus 13 in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
As I die a little bit inside. But no, I just like. And like, don't get me wrong, like you can tell they've put like.
You ended up delivering all
you're Yuzara,
Thanks to this.
or how that's fucking pronounced.
I sometimes wonder.
But like, you can
what I
definitely
pay you for.
tell graphics-wise, anyways, they put like a lot of work into that.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you?
But like, there's
there
there was 4 years between Final Fantasy VII remakes.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times.
Yeah, like the
Only goblets Sid ever used. Either out.
like there's a lot of content in fucking the Rebirth though. So like I can definitely see why that might have taken a little bit. Like there's a lot of mini games, there's a lot of side stuff
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
for the final installment too. I'm like they got so much to wrap up between Rebirth and fucking the last Final Fantasy VII installment.
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship.
Haven't played Rebirth yet. I haven't beaten Rebirth yet. I'm in the middle of it, but there is a lot of content.
Forget where.
There is so much. They have a card game, they have a tower defense game, they have like the hunt missions, and like all the stuff on the world map. The Gold Saucer is there, so there's a bunch of missions at the Gold Saucer for you to do. Like there's like it brings me back to like old school Final Fantasy VII where like there's a lot of fucking mini games. And don't get me wrong, I love mini games, so like I'm not complaining. Advent Children events need to be in the game. They'd have to make like another one.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family.
Beating Mirage, Avowed, and Dark Souls 1.
And the constable wanted the monster taken away.
I'm like currently doing obviously Final Fantasy 16, Integrity and Faithlessness, and I'm doing that 100 Heroes game. I decided to start that one. And obviously I'm just trekking through Kingdom Come Deliverance 1. I never beat it, never knew they were doing a fucking second one until I've been seeing all the fucking hype for the second one. So I was like, I should probably beat this. I've had this game for a very long time. I just keep I keep being bad and killing too many people, and then I just stop playing because I keep dying. So it's like, what am I gonna do? Oh, I've gotten caught for like murdering or stealing. I guess I shouldn't do that. And then I'll just load the game and I'll do it again. And I just won't get caught this time.
Everyone else had the courage to face. I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
A prologue for Rebirth would be good. I'd love to see them do an Advent Children like game to it. Or even do like do like a fucking prequel to it as well, just fucking redo Crisis Core. Because Crisis Core was like a very like not quite but like almost the same kind of like fighting style anyways. Like fucking dodging around and like slashing and shit.
It really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy
So just like...
bearing that burden alone.
Oh, yeah. I guess you're right, because fucking Zack is still around. No, I understand what you mean.
But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed.
They could still do, like, a Crisis Core-like prologue and do the same thing that ties it into where everything's kind of happening now.
Be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod.
Plus, a Crisis Core remake exists. I think I know what one you're talking about.
But I couldn't even do that.
I got scared for a second. I looked over at the screen and I seen that it was black. I was like, please tell me everybody didn't just miss all of that.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
I was so excited for the fucking first soldier battle royal on the phone.
Dear Otto,
I may be drunk, but
I played that for a little bit.
This place would be fucked without you.
I was sad that it closed so fast.
Grumpy old sod.
Oh yeah, no, I know, Selby. I looked over at the time where it was like the transition screen, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, please don't tell me that everybody missed all of that.
Right.
And then it loaded back, and I was like, oh, okay.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he?
Google Stadia? I do.
Told him to piss off.
Oh.
You're wrong, though.
I really got to get back to work on my video game.
It was never just me.
Making an old school, like, Super Nintendo fucking
It was
RPG with RPG Maker. Which I haven't fucking touched in months.
I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm in the works on, like, I'm using the newest RPG Maker. And I've got, like, a big, like, very story-driven RPG in the works.
would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I'll...
Like, old Super Nintendo graphics.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
But, like, it's one of those things where, like, there's a lot into fucking putting it together, so sometimes I just get, like, really overwhelmed and I stop touching it.
Wanted you to have this.
But concerning.
This'll do me just fine.
Not the biggest SNES fan, that's okay. That's okay.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Just for the VR, so I can try Skyrim that way. Oh, fucking Skyrim VR. There's my level. There we go. Yay! Sid's goblet. Take that, Sid. Okay.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Yeah, no, like, I've been working on the story for this game for a while, because I was going to turn it into an actual story and/or manga, but then I started using it for the D&D campaign I'm running, and I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to make this into a video game. And try to base some of the events off of what's going on in D&D.
You could say that.
Since GTA 6 is happening, we need Half-Life 3, right? Fuck! I miss Half-Life. I remember playing it at like the local youth club, like fucking years and years ago, playing like Half-Life 2, and we'd all be in the computer room playing it like linked together, and just out of nowhere someone would yell "Crowbar Wars," and we'd all drop all of our guns, run into the same room, and then crouch down and just fight each other like crouch down with crowbars.
I brought one for later.
It was fucking hilarious.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that.
Oh, those were fucking
You can
great
find Thomas
times.
for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
That's another thing that needs to come back is fucking like couch co-op. Like, don't get me wrong, I know there's a couple couch co-op games out there, but there are so many games out that like that's what they need. They need a couch co-op option because that's just the way they were.
Ah, Clive.
Oh yeah, I find most fighting games have like a couch co-op.
Indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right
Yeah, couch co-op versus, yeah.
Torgal's been a very hound ever since.
But like, there are so many games that like you play them and it's like, okay, so you can play online with somebody, but it's like you could easily do split screen.
But that reminds me. After your last visit,
You did the hunt before the
pondering Torgal's talents.
quest,
Recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in
but needs
Torgal's
more stages.
transformation.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
DLC includes map packs, that'd be
A
nice.
reasonable conclusion, I thought. One which raised certain questions.
I
in
haven't
my
played
mind.
Sparkling Zero yet. I really want to because I'm a huge fucking
Served Shiva
Budokai
and Shiva alone.
fan.
And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat
Especially like the
different in
what if
nature
scenarios.
to those you described Torgal as having used.
I'm doing weird science now. Oh, okay.
That Torgal may be the
We need some
beneficiary
Demon Realm
of
stages.
more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother. And
We
even
need
made
some more
safe
random like fusions that make no sense at all.
Too near at hand, or
Like Yamcha Tien and fucking Goku Hercule.
diverse and powerful. And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has
I miss
affected
those
Torgal.
stupid fusion characters.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not.
Oh, they would 100% be useless.
Oh. He's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Bone to pick.